On December the 6th, 1917, at 9:05 a.m. in Halifax Harbour, there occurred the biggest pre-atomic explosion in history.
Put that out! For Christ's sakes, will you watch it? Jesus.
She's the grand dame, as they say, of the fleet. The experienced older woman, if you know what I mean. Kind of appropriate for you on your first command, wouldn't you say, Captain? Of course, her crew doesn't have to know about that. So like I say, she's an older vessel, but very seaworthy. She's made the crossing 3 times to supply the French forces. We're very proud of her.
She should have been scrapped years ago.
Maybe so, but we need her for the war effort.
He died TNT. What other cargo?
That's it.
Ammunition cargoes are to be mixed. Is this true? 2,400 tons of TNT?
They're desperate for it.
And you're being paid accordingly. What are those barrels? They're not on the manifesto.
Ben's up.
High-octane gasoline on deck. It's against all regulations.
It's the war, a last-minute call. You'll make your reputation, Captain. There'll be other contracts on better ships. The convoy is well armed, secure. There should be no problem, so she's all yours, Captain. As they say, bon voyage.
Der Bericht wird heute gesandt. Sie warten darauf.
You have got a bigger tree, Daddy?
Shall I finish it off now, Dad?
Be my guest.
You're never satisfied with anything, are you? Come on. Now, 1, 2, 3. You! No, we're gonna have to get the ladder.
We'll open the presents Thursday morning before you sail.
Yeah, well, I don't think these poor kids would want to do that, Dad.
Yes, we do.
Sooner's better.
Of course.
1 or 2.
Christmas is the very least we can do for his son.
Say, Charlie, could you get us aboard the High Flyer? I've never been on a battleship before. Just for a quick look around.
You a German spy, Court?
No.
You're gonna steal a ship when no one's looking?
No, Charlie. Stop, Charlie. Please get us aboard. 22 guns, 9 12-pounders, and 2 18-inchers. I bet they'd even fire them if you asked them to.
Oh, you surely think they'd let you stay till after Christmas? You've hardly had any leave at all.
The war doesn't stop, my love. Certainly not for the Germans. The Boers would stop fighting for Christmas. They had some sense of honor.
But they shot you in the leg, Dad.
Yes, and the fella could have finished me off, but he didn't.
Strategy, Dad. It takes 2 fighting men to carry away a wounded man, only 1 to dig his grave.
If a German wounded you, the swine would finish you off now, wouldn't he?
I don't know. I hope never to find out. Anyway, I don't think Germans are any worse than the Boers.
I'd just shoot him back. Or if he was close enough, give him a taste of the bayonet. In and out like a dog.
Oh, please, you 3, it's Christmas. Here's the tea. Father, would you like the Prince Albert or the King Edward cup?
It's the tea I'm after, Nell. It's nothing to me whose head I'm drinking it out of.
Hello, everybody. I want a photograph around the tree. I got the new delay clock.
I miss the candles.
These vacuum bulbs are much safer. 18 hours of continuous power. Here we go.
Oh, dear, what happened?
I don't know.
Excuse me.
Faulty connection, a surge in the line. I've got some spare bulbs.
Charlie! Where'd he go?
He's coming.
Charlie!
Visiteur, capitaine.
Captain Lematic. Lieutenant Granger from the Naval Authority.
Being disqualified?
It's a 10-knot convoy. Even empty, your ship wouldn't make 8 knots in a calm sea. And she's overloaded. I'm afraid we can't allow you to slow them down.
Are there any other convoys?
Nothing out of New York, but there is a slower convoy leaving Halifax in 5 days. Your orders are to sail there as soon as possible.
Halifax, that's at least 72 hours at sea. Unescorted.
Yes. I suggest a direct course to Halifax. Shortest possible exposure. And I suggest well out to sea. U-boats tend to hug the coastline.
Any other suggestions?
Prayer, I should think.
Okay, everyone, it's ready.
Connie, there's your brother's medal. Isn't it grand?
There you go. Set it for 10 seconds, Trixie, and then press it firmly.
Come on, Court. Come on, Court.
Come on, Court.
There you go. Well, hurry!
I'll miss dinner tonight.
Oh, no, Trixie. Not tonight.
It's the IODE.
Again?
Good girl. Must have solidarity in these times.
But not tonight with Charlie home.
We're at war, my dear. I can think of worse things to pique her interest than the IODE. Now, she just quit that silly printing job.
I like it there, Dad. I have friends, then I make a little money.
You'll never find a suitable husband there.
Well, maybe I don't want a suitable husband, Dad.
What are you going to do with your life if you don't? Oh, well, that silly thing. What's the matter with that?
Hey, buddy, you got a light?
You there! What are you up to? Put your hands up!
From behind. Cold-blooded bastards.
Did they speak? Just the one spoke, sir. He was drunk, or pretending to be. Sir?
missing 100 pounds of TNT, sir.
Is there anything else you can remember?
He had a tattoo of a bird or something on his arm.
Mrs. McGill.
Oh, good morning, Charlie. Your shirts will be ready in the morning.
Good. Any new prospects?
No, they're either too young, too old, or too married. What's your next birthday?
Take care, Mrs. McGill.
Morning, Charlie.
Morning. Morning, Mr. Cleese.
Oh, that uniform's a good cut on you. Very fine.
Oh, call it blind luck. Are my mother's salt and peppers in yet?
Oh, the Victorian Alberts. They should be in on Tuesday.
Wonderful. I'll let her know. By the way, shop looks great.
Oh. Thank you, Charles.
Conscription debate goes on in Commons. Get your Daily Herald here. Billy Bishop to get Victoria Cross. Read all about it. Canadian cavalry charge at Cambrai leads to victory. Get your hair with photographs. Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
If I was feeling any better than that, I'd be arrested. How's business?
Business is good, Charlie, but I don't know what I'll do when the war ends.
Enlist.
Good job.
What am I going to do with it? You see, it's American, ma'am.
I don't understand.
Not the same.
What exactly is wrong with my money?
I can't take that.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, it's American. It's not the same. It ain't worth as much. What do I do with it?
Excuse me? Miss? Could I be of some assistance? I could use some American currency.
It's very kind of you.
How much?
$2. Thank you. There you go.
Is that a Boston accent I hear?
Yes.
Captain Charles Collins. Let me guess, Boston, right? You must be with the Willer Brothers Circus, and I'm guessing you're the one on the flying trapeze.
Do I look like a trapeze artist?
Well, if I close my eyes long enough, yeah. I see as clear as day.
I'm not sure I want to hear any more from your imagination.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. I just saw that you were having trouble. I was hoping to put those stockings on those legs of yours. I mean...
I beg your pardon?
I meant metaphorically speaking. Obviously, you would have to be in the privacy of your own room.
What?
No, I mean, I wouldn't be there. God, no. No, I wouldn't be there. In your room, that is.
I should think not.
No. All I was thinking was just servicing. I mean, to be of service to you with the peddler. And...
I think I have to go now, before I'm obliged to slap your face. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Has that order gone out to the high flyer?
Which order is that, sir?
The 200 gallons of Hull Grey.
Yes, they're just loading it now.
Add 20 gallons of black. Our compliments to spruce up their dazzle paint. We want them looking their best if they're going to be escorting my son's troop ship. Oh, Francis. You know my son, Charlie?
You're Charlie. Pleasure. Heard all about you from the old man.
Pleasure meeting you, Francis.
Francis is the best damn harbor pilot in town.
Oh, no, I don't know about that, but I feel like the busiest. This convoy traffic's killing me.
Yeah, I've never seen so many ships in the harbor.
And everybody in a hurry. Since the Brit took over the harbor, it's all deregulation, eh?
Yeah.
And you dealing with a new baby up all night?
Oh, no, no, she's an angel now. That's not to say she doesn't have a pair of lungs to rival the High Flyer's foghorn when she's hungry.
Is it your first, Francis?
Third. Anyways, convoy will be gone soon, so life will be a little more civilized.
Well, Charlie's sailing with him.
Is that so?
Yeah.
How's it really over there, Charlie? Sounds like a hard show.
It's no picnic.
Would you rather be back in court, I wager?
Yeah.
These are Charlie's golden years. A good fight. Like the Boer War, an honorable fight. He'll remember it all of his life. Right, Charlie?
The trenches, though. It's nasty business, eh, Charlie?
I'd be a fool to argue that one.
But you are seeing progress, eh? We are winning.
Sometimes when the smoke clears, it's hard to say.
Of course we are. It's just too damn modest. They've made great advances this fall. Real victories. Tell them, Charlie.
I'm really just a foot soldier. You should go hear that fellow Adams at Dad's bond drive on Wednesday. He's just back from the front. He'll give you the big picture.
Only one answer. A union.
Sure, she'll get us all sacked.
They need us as much as we need them.
More. I don't want trouble.
But if we got together, we could demand better wages, shorter hours.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Look, love, I've got a few extra chunks of coal each night for the stove. I've got meat once a day for the kids. I'm doing okay, and I'm thankful for it. Keep talking, Trixie. I'll either make you prime minister or hang you.
Can you stay out tonight?
Yes. I told them it's an IODE meeting again. Mother's getting suspicious. I'm gonna need a new excuse.
The truth will set you free.
Yes. Daddy, I'm madly in love with a Protestant Dutchman. And we do very naughty things together. The truth will get me locked up.
Come on. I just feel we're being watched here.
It's your Protestant guilt.
The men here seem so sad, even when they're telling jokes. You'd think they'd be happy to be out of the war.
Most of them are still in it, honey.
So, what time to get off work, miss?
Barlow, what are you doing here?
Nothing much, sir. Someone suckered me last night with a bottle and a peg.
Well, as I really should wear a helmet after your second drink.
Well, then I'd be missing all the attention from this beautiful nurse. I guess the kiss is out of the question, then.
I'll see you later.
You know the Bolshevists are right. A classless system with equal distribution of income and wealth. Who's gonna argue with it?
Well, maybe those of us with income and wealth.
Well, you won't have any choice. The workers have the majority.
If we're all equal, what is the reward for people who work harder than others?
Well, we'll all work harder for the common good.
Of course, except it's against all human nature.
That's because it's a new world order, Ernest. Get on the team. Now, come on, stand up straight. Don't look so stiff. Smile.
You're getting that proletariat class ink on my camera.
Do something funny.
Okay, my little Bolshevist. Your turn.
Hello, Jamie.
Charlie,
You again. Don't you have cigars to chase and women to smoke? And where's that cross, huh? You're an official, and this is a visit, and on official visits, you're supposed to wear the military cross.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, splendid. Oh, yesterday, I solved the war. Yeah. Call Berlin, call London, get them together for the announcement. The French can cater. Well, aren't you interested to hear my plan?
Of course I'm interested in hearing your plan.
A football match. Winner take all.
Who'd referee?
Oh, who else?
The Swiss.
And the best part, guess who plays goal for the Germans? Me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is driving me crazy. Can I borrow your penknife?
Yeah, sure. Here you go, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I saw Gwen today.
You didn't say anything.
No, she didn't see me. You gotta contact her, Jamie, and your folks.
Soon, okay?
Jamie.
God, Charlie, don't.
I was CO.
The whole thing was a British foul-up. We didn't have a chance. Senior staff 50 miles away. It was ridiculous.
Well, I could have pulled out.
Yeah, and face a court-martial.
I'd give my life to have that moment back again.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Sherman and his team from Boston, Doctors Morgan and Paxton.
Currency trader. Hello again?
Hello?
They've come to observe our advanced procedures here to prepare for American casualties.
Not that we expect that many. But now that we're in this war, we should have it finished by spring at the latest.
Great. Sort of like the U.S. cavalry riding into the rescue at the last possible moment.
Yeah, I suppose something like that.
But you won't cancel high tea between battles.
No, we're here to work with you.
The blast resulted in severe comminuted fractures and burns with eschar formations, needing reconstruction of the mandible and maxillae, which are taken nicely, and then grafting everything below and including the nasal concha. Now, I've been trying reconstruction in some cases in Ward 7, the mental ward. Marginal success, but this one's my showcase. Should come out quite well.
You have a metal ward in a soldier's hospital?
Yes, there's a high incidence of battle fatigue, shell shock.
Shell shock?
Oh, Charlie, the Americans haven't heard of shell shock.
Well, I'm sure it'll come up in the future.
We've heard the term shell shock, but where we come from, it's called cowardice.
Well, it's not my specialty.
I'm gonna say goodbye now, Jamie. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Charlie.
Okay.
So then, with the witch dead, Rapunzel was free to travel the world and search for her blind prince. And she found him there, lost and dying in the wilderness, and she held him and wept. Rapunzel's tears fell on his eyelids, and suddenly the spell was broken. He could see. He took her to his kingdom, and there they lived happily ever after.
That's the last picture. I'll develop them for you.
There's a bunch there of my family I'm dying to see. How long does it take?
A couple of days.
Hey, Trix. Who's your friend?
What are you doing here, Court?
What are you doing here?
You must be Courtney who knows so much about the ships.
Say, what's that accent? You a German?
Yeah, I'm a German spy. And I swim out and have tea with the U-boat captains every night.
I'm telling Dad.
You don't want to do that.
Goofy, he's Dutch. They're on our side.
Courtney, how would you like to work for me?
What do you want me to do?
Well, you can start by keeping a secret.
It'll cost you.
Penny a day.
Sure.
It's important we understand each other. Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Good. See you around. Did he tell your father?
Oh, I don't know. But I don't care.
Nous sommes censés retrouver le convoi. Mais où est-il? There is no goddamn convoy. We are alone, sitting on 2,400 tons of TNT all the way to Halifax.
Get back to your stations.
We did not agree to sail without protection, Captain.
We are going to Halifax to find the convoy. We are getting this ship to France. Get back to your stations now!
Charlie Collins. There's a good man to see.
Morning, Captain.
Well. Been back for a while, have you?
Not long enough. Shipping out on Thursday.
Ah, so soon. Don't be hard on your father. He does nothing but talk about you.
Hey, Charlie.
Walter, it's good to see you, man.
You got those Huns on the run yet?
Bullets don't seem to be working. We're gonna try singing opera next. Look at the size of you. You must be growing a foot. Seem to be telling the old man what to do.
He still treats me like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, only when you act like it. Young fool, he wants to join the RCN and patrol the Atlantic Passage.
There's a war going on. I can't get out of this damn harbor.
We lost 1,600 ships in the Atlantic Passage since 14. We lost 15 last week alone.
They need good men.
Why need you here?
Those horses are gonna see more action than me.
Truth is, Walter, life expectancy on the front for a man's 3 months. For a horse, it's 1 week.
Captain Brennan, get one of your tugs out there and move those barges out of the Narrows.
Well, there's a fuel ship coming through, Commander, as soon as she's passed.
We're operating under new regulations, Brennan. Now get out there and move those barges. They're slowing down traffic.
Aye, your lordship.
Hey, what's this? Ready?
Haven't you seen them together?
Good throw, huh?
Fiona and Clarence, the little #2 press mechanic?
No.
Well, when she brings down the copy, she hangs around forever. They never say much, but she smiles at him like she's gonna eat him, and his face gets as red as a baboon's behind.
But didn't his wife die a few years ago?
Yeah, and she was his biggest fee. He seems to appreciate the fuller-figured women. Maybe I should have a go at him myself.
Oh, that's terrible, Liz. I mean, it hasn't been 6 months since Vimy.
Only that long. Well, Frank always said I was a practical girl.
You are, Iz. And that's why I want to make you the secretary of my new union.
Oh, no.
No, Iz, you are an experienced typesetter. You should be making much more than $2 a day.
Well, to be honest, with the winter coming, I'd rather have a husband than a raise.
How often does he come in?
Sometimes every day, but sometimes I don't see him for a week.
And he calls himself Getty Summerson.
Yes, and he has this accent. He said he's Norwegian. You asked me about suspicious telegrams. All from New York. I began to make copies of them. The one on top here, he just picked up. Listen. Grandma arriving 5th or 6th of December. Stop. Sorry won't be there for party. Stop. Left gift under right forward side of bed. Stop. I know how people communicate, Captain. And this gift business sounds odd.
He has no address?
No. And he pays cash.
Werfen Sie bitte einen Blick auf dies.
Stenzi. This is Victig's Identifizierung. Profile has changed. They'll get copies out to every U-boat captains in North Atlantic.
Yeah, with your ugly face on it. She's a good cover, your girl. You think she suspects?
She's a stupid cow. Nothing in her head but silly politics.
She good in bed?
Lousy. We must make these sacrifices for Germany.
Here, Ernst, look. The ship is on her way.
Oh, God. That's tomorrow.
We're ready.
We'll place the charge just forward of the starboard beam. Good. They'll anchor her here in the basin with the other ships. Primary destruction will be approximately like so. Secondary, like so.
It's amazing. 2,400 tons of high explosive on one ship, and they bring it into one of the most important harbors in the middle of a convoy.
It's almost sad.
You know, it would also be effective to blow her up here in the Narrows as she passes the city. Destroys the factories, the rail yards, the docks.
There are civilian houses here. They're all in here.
So? You're losing the war, Ernst. With the Americans against us, our only chance is total war. Kill them, military and civilian, here in North America where they live. It could turn it all around.
Civilian targets. It's barbaric.
It could mean victory.
9. There's no way to blow her up in the Narrows. The convoy is our target.
Finish the detonator tonight?
Yes.
And tomorrow night, as soon as we're done, we go back to New York.
Yes.
Now, the structure will have changed somewhat. My goal was more to balance the two sides than to create an exact reconstruction. As I was saying, the damage here was extensive, and you can see how I had to completely reconstruct the maxillae and mandible and the palantin and concha. Then, of course, apply the skin grafts.
Are the eyes and orifices all functional?
My orifices are functional. Are yours, darling?
Yes, functioning and healing well.
Well, we're impressed, Doctor. Good work. Especially under the difficult circumstances.
Now, there's one completely reconstructed cranium you must see. Just take a moment.
Well, that boyish dimple is still there, isn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't ruin my boyish dimple.
No.
Okay. Give me a mirror.
Jamie's not fully healed.
Give me a damn mirror.
Jamie, and the other doctors.
I think I'd like to be alone for a little while, Charlie.
Jamie, there'll be others.
Please.
Captain, I apologize for Dr. Sherman. How's your friend?
Just like you said, functional and healing well. Everything's terrific, except he's hideous.
Your doctor did exceptional reconstructive work.
On the body, what about the rest of his life?
He's lucky to be alive.
You call that lucky?
You can't blame the doctors. We're just trying to do our job.
Well, you'll have no shortage of work there. If this war goes on much longer, the whole generation will wind up functional and healing well. Unlike those poor sons of bitches in Ward 7. They're not cowards. They just come to understand the true nature of this nightmare.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils ont foutu en travers de l'entrée du port?
Submarine nets. Arrêtez les machines.
Pilot Mackey, sir, at your service.
Well, then get them to open the nets.
Oh, they won't do that, Captain. It's after hours.
What?
You're too late. See, we like to leave 1 or 2 ships out here as wolf bait for the German U-boats to torpedo. Small sacrifice, just bad luck on your part. I'm just kidding, Captain. U-boats don't usually come this close. And we got a patrol boat around here somewhere. I'm basically a coward at heart, so I wouldn't be here if it was any danger. This will get me a good night's sleep away from a howling newborn. You got a spare bunk? Sitting mighty low in the water. What are you carrying, the sins of mankind? Jesus, man, I wasn't far wrong. Never seen half this much on a single Canadian ship.
Yeah, a French ship.
French, eh? Well, in that case, what's for dinner?
I'm sorry, Captain. There's no admittance. Captain!
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, I feel so badly for you. I mean, such a damn waste of good work. He could have saved you all this trouble if you just had the courtesy.
Turns on her God when he sets the same look which she turned when he rose.
Thank you, Beatrix. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
It gives me great pleasure to introduce a man who needs no introduction. Former professor at Dalhousie, former minister of St. James Anglican Church here in Halifax, and presently member of Parliament for West Sydney. And just newly arrived from visiting our boys at the front. So join me in a round of applause for the Very Reverend George Adams.
A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in a trench with a young Canadian infantryman of the Nova Scotia Highlanders. His regiment was about to go over the top to attack an important enemy position. And as we sat there in the dawn light, chewing on biscuits baked by the girls of the Halifax Loyal Order of the Daughters of the Empire, I asked this young lad what he was fighting for. And he said to me, "My mum in Truro." I said to him, "But your mum is safe back home in Nova Scotia. There are no German warships bombarding Glace Bay, no German troops landing in Sydney or New Glasgow, no airships over Halifax." And the boy turned to me and he said, "Not yet. And I mean to keep it that way." I am here tonight to bring the message home of the good and the noble work being done by our boys in France against the German menace. Their spirits are high, their determination is clear, but their ranks are growing thin, and they must be replenished. They must, because against the Kaiser's evil empire, anything but victory is unthinkable. I see in the audience a most welcome presence, the son of our committee head and a recipient of the Military Cross for Valor, Captain Charles Collins of the 25th Battalion. Now here is a fine example of an eager young Canadian officer who went over to do his bit for the glorious struggle in Europe. Would you care to say a few words, Captain?
No, thank you.
Oh, come now, don't be modest, Captain. Tell us of your exploits. Surely you have an inspiring story or two to help spur enlistment.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Please, Captain, you owe it to your fallen comrades and their families.
Yes, I do. My company took over a series of trenches south of a little village called Moreau. It was an open patch of ground, and on the other end, German trenches. On our first night, we were ordered to capture enemy trenches by British senior staff. So at midnight, we did. I lost a quarter of my men. At 2 a.m., the Germans counterattacked and drove us back across that patch of ground to the first trenches. I lost another quarter of my men. Headquarters sent me more men. The next night, we were ordered to capture enemy trenches again, so at midnight, we did. At 2 a.m., the Germans counterattacked and drove us back across that patch of ground to the first trenches. Close to
half my men were killed or wounded. But headquarters sent me more men. Every night, we'd capture about 100 yards of mud, and at 2 a.m., the Germans would capture it back again.
Yes, Captain. Well, thank you very much for your contribution.
And every morning, the sun would rise to reveal another 100 young men dead. Canadians and Germans, too. Lying in that stinking patch of mud. Now, I want you to look at your neighbors and your friends and everybody around you right now, right here. And imagine that many people dead in a 3-minute artillery barrage. 3 minutes. It's such a waste.
I think that's enough, Captain.
It's gotta stop.
Cowards!
German lover.
Strike up the band!
They're not a cure.
Did you know that the Germans have been petitioning for peace for 5 months now? But the British and the French have just completely refused.
Charlie, you need treatment.
What, for my cowardice?
I went to Ward 7. Dr. Sherman is wrong. I was wrong.
Thank you. I'm really sorry to put a damper on your night out in the town. Where are the rest of your friends?
We're taking the midnight train back to Boston. I have a few hours to kill. How would you like to show me a little more of Halifax? Are you up to it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any scotch aboard, or rum. I'm not so partial to cognac.
No.
Like I say, it's unlikely a German U-boat will come this close to shore. On the other hand, if one does and lets fly, we won't know what hit us. Either way, there's no use worrying. Just
shut up.
Is it true what you said about the Germans asking for peace?
Yeah. The Germans are offering conditional surrender, but the British government still likes the idea of another year of a war economy.
See, it started off as a war of defense, but now it's become one of aggression. It's just too damn much fun. All those old men in their clubs in London. What would they do with themselves all day if they didn't have their toy soldiers to play around with?
I wonder what we got ourselves into.
Patrick, come to bed, darling, please.
They'll load them after dark, so the public won't see.
Hi, soldier. Where you from?
Peterborough, Ontario, miss.
Bullet?
Shrapnel, miss.
I'm sure they did a good job over there. Give yourself a... You'll be fine. Main thing, you'll be home for Christmas.
Yes, miss.
My father's a doctor. I'm an only child. So I became a doctor.
My father, he put me through law at Dalhousie. But I only practiced for a year, and then the war broke out.
What sort of law?
Oh, anything that came along, really. From an old maid's will to drunk and disorderly. I got her off that one, too.
You ever defend a killer?
No. But I did win this nasty case of littering.
Good night, Captain. Sweet dreams.
That's where my office used to be, about 100 years ago. You like that?
Yeah. I'm very fond of your town, Captain.
Well, I'm afraid it has a bit of an inferiority complex.
It hides it well. How do you mean?
Oh, most of the population would dearly love to be part of England. My father calls England home, and he's never even been there.
We fought so hard to break free.
So, what do you do for distractions in Boston? Do you sail? Do you go see plays? Do you have a boyfriend? A husband? 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 big fat canary.
No, I don't have a boyfriend. When you're a woman at Boston Medical College, boys tend to find you a bit odd.
Yeah.
You?
Oh, I had a girl once. Yeah, we even discussed marriage, but after 6, 7 months overseas, she got bored and married a banker. She never had much of an attention span. Has anybody ever called you Babs before, Bob?
Just my father. You know, there's a train I could take tomorrow.
I ship out tomorrow morning.
Charlie, you can't go back to the front in your condition.
I'll be all right.
How can you say that?
I made mistakes. A lot of men died. I have to go back.
You're going back to die, aren't you? Charlie, aren't you? You don't have to go back. You can't go back. You should be declared unfit.
I'd rather be shot.
Honorably discharged, then. Something. You can stay in Halifax and be treated.
I said I'm all right.
No, you're not.
Who the hell do you think you are, anyway, coming into my life and telling me what to do and trying to fix everything? I didn't ask you to solve my problems.
Well, someone has to, because you're not even trying. I can help you.
Well, I don't want your help. You know, this is so typical American, the U.S. cavalry at the 11th hour. Let me tell you something. Sometimes things are best left the way they are, and you just gotta learn to accept that. Or you just make them worse.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I didn't mean to offend you. I can see you have a lot on your mind. I suppose I should make my way to the train. Anyway, I hope things work out for you, Charlie. I really do.
I'm sure I have the Queen Anne version downstairs.
Good morning, Harvey. Are you delivering anything special for me today?
No.
Morning, Captain.
Préparez-vous à lever l'ancre.
Morning, Court. What's wrong?
How could you talk like that? In front of all those people. I hate you.
You still have that scar.
What scar?
The dog bite. There it is.
Completely forgot about that.
I was 3 and a half when I fell into the Hammonds' backyard. You came in to save me from the dog, and it beat you. I think you're the bravest person in the world.
Thanks, Con. You know, I really like this room.
So do I.
You should move in. Should ask Mom about that.
But then where would you sleep when you come back?
En avant les machines.
There's a cross current at the net, so hold to starboard.
Restez à tribord.
Yeah.
Good God, this old pig helm's slow.
La oss for helvete kom også träffar halvfarten.
It's quarter speed, Captain. It's quarter speed in the Narrows.
Till helvete mättet. You have made me wait 1 day for coal. I am tired of your delays. Half speed.
Looks like pleasant sailing weather, Charlie. I hope you have a good crossing.
Sure, it'll be fine, Mom. Where's Trix?
She didn't come home last night. Why are we... Why has everything fallen apart? Trixie always sends a message. She's staying over, and Courtney was rude with me this morning, and your father left early in a state. And I'm sure you had a good reason for saying what you said last night in the hall. I'm sure the war is a terrible, horrible thing. But I don't know what to do. And now you're going away again.
Don't worry, Mom. We all love each other.
Keep well to starboard through the narrows here, about 100 yards out from shore. There's shoals closer, and it's usually not a problem, but she's sitting so low she might rub bottom. Beyond the narrows is a basin. You'll head straight across to your anchorage with the rest of the convoy.
Là-bas, à tribord, 15. Bien, capitaine.
Die U-Boot haben sie nicht erweckt. Gut. She's big.
This wind, moon in the south, both sides will be in shadow tonight. So she anchors in the middle of the convoy.
Ernest? Ernest?
Put up your hands.
What is this about, Major?
This is about murder.
I don't understand. What's the matter?
You. Pull up your right sleeve. Now. You. Put up your hands.
Am besten, wir verstecken ihn. Füllfahrt voorover.
That's the emo up ahead. She's on her way to New York. She's empty. She won't have much rudder. Captain's sort of an impatient man, so give him room. Starboard your helm. You're not hearing me, Captain. So go smart to starboard. Close into Darby. Captain!
Sir, skip. Red for route.
10 degrees to port. 10 degrees to port.
I said to starboard, now!
Until babord in bastard. Where he mean cannot.
Reverse engine. Reverse engine!
Look at those lunatics.
Schultz, I will not get on my ship.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Reverse engines. Full astern.
All right then, come on, you fat pig, turn! Turn! Yes. Yes. We'll make it. No, she's reversing engines. It's bringing her around.
They're gonna hit.
Full stop.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Du lieber Gott. Was ist passiert?
Full astern.
Don't pull out! For God's sake, we'll all go up!
Get your hoses out, Captain. We'll fight it.
For God's sakes, order your men!
Go call the fire department. She's drifting toward us.
Ik wil haar en schadewordering.
Listen to me! Listen to me! Start the engine! We'll turn her around, bring her out of the harbor.
Abandon ship! Abandon la ville!
Now!
This is perfect. She's drifting towards the city.
Abandon ship! Abandon ship!
Telephone, sir. Wyatt here. What is it? Is the fire department alerted?
Vorher den Bastarden, denkt sich. Brannen ede ikke sjastor.
You! Start the engine again! Wait! Start the engine, you son of a bitch! All right,
right then, by Jesus, we'll open up the seacocks and we'll sink her. We'll sink this bitch from hell. One man to show me where the valves are. Come on, jump. No, we have to sink her, for God's sake. We're not pushing up. We are not pushing up. It's too late. Oh, Christ, we gotta anchor at least. She drifted right into Halifax.
I give you fellas air.
Where's the munitions flag? We're supposed to be flying the red flag. Where is it? It's too late.
Do you need any help?
God, get out of here. Warn everyone. Row for your life.
We are leaving in 5 seconds.
Where's the red flag?
5, 4.
God damn you, the medic.
3, 2, 1.
Well, there you go, Commander. It was just a matter of time.
What do you mean by that? Is everything in this damn harbor my fault? Which ship is she?
She's Mount Blanket in New York. What's on her? Oh my God. All the way here for the fire department.
I'll send out a warning.
Good morning, Commander. Your launch is ready.
Yes, well, Captain, I want you to take the launch out of the Mont Blanc there. I want you to warn all the other boats away. You see, there seems to be munitions on board.
Not without you, sir.
Where did the crew go?
Explosives that were meant to kill Germans will now kill Canadians. Women and children. They are about to see what total war is like in their own cities.
9.
This is evil. Don't be ridiculous. I knew it. The bitches made you soft.
Listen to me! I'm going to try and sink her. If I don't, that's 2,400 tons! If you start running right now, you might just make it.
Look at this, loves. We got some entertainment.
Listen to me. Contact the police and tell them to clear the waterfront. That ship has munitions. It's going to blow up.
Get me the police. Yes, police. Please hurry.
What's she looking at? What's outside? Hey, look at that!
hell with spit.
Missions. Ship. On. Fire. In harbor. Stop the train. Acknowledge.
Why isn't she blowing yet?
Run! Run, for Christ's sake! Follow me!
My baby! My baby!
Walter, go down to the storage underneath the office and look for the extra hoses.
I've never seen any hoses down there.
I said get down to the damn storage, Seaman Brannon, and don't come back without them.
A paper, lad. That's it. Oops.
Now, back to your seats. There's nothing to see. Everything's all right.
Yes.
Children? Children! Pay attention now.
Trains. Stopped. At Rockingham. Confirmation received.
Mom.
Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, what happened? What happened? Oh, Charlie, where are you?
Here.
Are the Germans here? Huh? What happened?
I don't know, Mom.
Charlie, I can't see. I can't see. Charlie.
I'm gonna put you over the couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to go and find the family. I'll be fine here.
Can't leave you here, Mom.
Charlie, you will do what I say. You will go first to the school, and then to the store, and then to Beatrix's office. And you will find them all, and you will bring them all home. Right? I'll be fine. I'm okay. I'll wait here. Charlie, go! Go!
I'll be right back.
Charlie, go.
Sister. Sister.
Your attention, class. School's finished for today. You'd all better find your way home.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Hey, Charlie.
Oh, my God, girl, are you all right? Yeah, take this. Come on. Yeah, we'll get you out.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am. You all right?
I am all right, but do you think you might dig me out?
I'll see what I can do, ma'am. All right. Watch yourself. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Watch your legs.
Con?
Court? Look at you. What a mess. Mom's going to be really mad.
Mom's all right, isn't she?
We
We better go home.
Okay, but there's just this thing. Look.
Oh. Better go home and show Mom.
Have you heard? 50 German U-boats in the harbor, God help us. And Zeppelins, too, dropping bombs. I saw them. Oh, one just went over. Did you see it? God has forsaken us.
Is that Oak Street? Where's the Hurley steps? There? I don't know. Come on. We better keep going.
Hi. Hello. Are you okay? I'm waiting for Mommy. Why don't you come with us? Find a warm place. Davy and I will wait for Mommy. Orny.
What happened, Sergeant? Captain, a munition ship exploded at Pier 6. It's flattened houses beyond North Street, sir. We need you at HQ. There's 100 soldiers wandering around without any orders. You're the only senior officer we found. Give me your horse. Yes, sir.
Is he?
Deliver quickly.
Deputy Fire Chief, the Deputy Police Chief, and dozens of the regiment officers are dead or injured. Call the West Street Fire Station and the Barrington Police to send men to the north end.
I'm gone, Your Worship.
Gone?
Yes, sir. Rubble, pretty much. I passed them both.
Thank God the convoy hasn't sailed. We're depending on the army. We'll send messages to Truro and Bridgewater and Kentville for fire engines and crews and medical staff.
We'll also have to put up temporary shelters and clinics along the edges of the damaged area, sir.
Yes, good. And we can bring medical staff down from St. Mary's Hospital.
St. Mary's Hospital's gone, sir.
We can open up the North Barracks.
It's gone too, sir. Some of the walls are still standing, but...
My son's stationed there.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Full of grace.
All right, listen up, gentlemen. Top priority. People are trapped in their houses and fires have broken out. We need to go out there and find survivors. Now, we figure out that this is the center of the blast and that this is approximately the area of complete destruction. Every street in the Richmond area has been affected. I want you to begin at North Street. First company, take Barrington. Second company, take Gottingen. Third company, take Agricola. Fourth, Veith. Search all areas roundabout, move fast. Don't waste your time with the dead. Call out 3 times at each house. And I want one man to report back here every 2 hours. Any questions? All right, go.
Thank you, Captain.
If you want to go looking for your son, sir, we'll be fine.
Thank you. Carry on.
Get out there, Sam.
No, sir, I'm staying here.
That was an order, Sergeant.
Be that as it may, sir, I'm staying here.
What do you think you're doing?
Most of these bastards are from outside the city. They have no family here. But you do. Go, look after your family. I can take over.
Thanks, Sam.
There, now we're all fine, Mrs. Ramsey. Try the English breakfast. Oh, don't catch a chill, Mr. Scrout. How is the lapsang souchong, hmm? The Chinese roasted over pine boughs, you know. Charles! Oh, Charles, thank God you're still alive. Oh, I am sorry about this. Victoria and Edward, they always clash.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cleese. But very good work. Carry on.
Dad?
Charlie? Charlie?
Dad!
Don't let me burn you, Charlie. Use your pistol if you have to.
Come on, Dad. Come on.
Corporal, give me your hat here. All right?
Where's Mom? The kid?
Mom's safe up at the house. Haven't been to find Trix, the little ones yet.
Hurry. We have to find them. Get everyone together. See?
Yeah, but first we better get you some help.
Can I get through to the soldiers' hospital this way?
I'm sorry, sir. There's nothing left of it.
Dad, the hospital's gone.
Clear out! Go to the commons on the hill! Wellington magazine is gonna blow! Go to the hill! Go to the hill!
Mom, it's me.
Charlie.
Come on, Mom. We gotta go.
I'll need my hat and gloves.
All right? Okay. Fine.
Mort, be a brave soldier. We're almost home. Here. Hold tight.
Wait. All right. Should be doctors here soon, Dad.
You think Trixie's all right, do you, Charlie? She'll be fine, eh? Charlie? You think that big building's all right, Charlie?
No, Mom, the factory's gone. It's gone.
Charlie,
Yes, Dad?
is this what it was like?
Yes.
Oh, it's an evil thing.
Dad? Dad?
Hosanna, cry.
Sergeant? Over here.
Oh, jeez. Leave him. Go to the next house. For Christ's sake, there's no time for blubbering. You hear me? Move. What the hell? all right. It's all right. Okay. That's right. It's all right. It's all right now.
All clear? All clear. Return to your houses. All clear. Those needing medical attention go to Camp Hill Hospital or the Shabukto School. All clear.
Did you hear that, Mom?
Yes, Charlie.
Mom?
We'll leave him, Charlie. He'll be all right here for now. Goodbye, old love. Take good care. It won't be long until we meet again.
The shelter committee is putting up every army tent they've got on the commons. And we're organizing soup kitchens there and at 7 points along the edge of the damaged area.
They've telegraphed from Montreal and Toronto. They're putting together express trains with medical teams and equipment, food, and building supplies.
Do we trust them? Who knows what they'll send us? I can call in the British Navy.
The British Navy is standing by while the Canadian Navy makes its assessment. Gentlemen, this is a special moment in history. We will not let this tragedy drag us down. We will be judged on our actions on this day and in the days to come. We will not be found wanting.
That coward will have some explaining to do. He violated every navigational rule in the book, nothing short of criminal incompetence.
Commander Wyatt?
Yes. What is it?
I have orders to place you under arrest for manslaughter in the death of Captain Fromm of the Emo.
What? I am a serving naval officer in the British Empire. If I am to be arrested, I demand military custody.
Fingertips to a ruby lips, my true love, wait for me. Yes. Okay, hold it. Hello? All right, you two better come with us. You all right? Come on. Okay. All right. Now hold hands there, you little buggers, or you get lost for sure, and I ain't going back for you. Let's go. With ruby lips, with golden curls, she's a beautiful girl. Oh, it's okay. My true love waits for me. From her fingertips to her ruby lips, my true love waits for me.
More chloroform.
We're out, Doctor.
Our supplies coming.
We've heard the trains from Toronto and Montreal are on their way.
Okay, you men. I need you to find any serviceable army vehicles, take them to the North Station. Stand by for supplies. When it arrives, direct the aid back here. You got that? You two need to cover up these windows. We need more beds and lamps. If you can't find any here, check the other buildings. Now let's move! Connie? Court. Connie, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's Court.
Okay, little boy. Court? Come on. Doctor? Help him.
I can't take it out.
Why not?
I'm not a surgeon. If we remove the stake, he'll bleed to death in seconds. There's no surgeons available.
We're gonna find a surgeon.
They're coming by the supply train. They should be here in a couple of hours. We'll keep him comfortable, but nothing can be done until the trains come.
you doing here? You're supposed to be at the North Station waiting for the trains.
Sir, the supply train derailed in heavy snow east of Foley Mountain.
Get over to Camp Hill Hospital. We need a surgeon here.
Yes, sir. But I think they're in the same boat.
He'll surprise you. He's tough. Remember when he fell out of the crabapple tree?
I was just remembering his 7th birthday when Dad had the magician come.
I remember.
He was a good magician. He was an old man.
Yeah.
And he made the doves appear out of nowhere. Do you remember Cork? And he had an old hat. It was empty, and he put it on Cork's head and turned it around and pulled out a full-size rabbit.
It pooed on his head.
And I almost started to believe in magic.
You don't believe in magic.
Connie, I never wanted to believe in it more.
Is he going to die?
You've been very brave.
Listen. What's that? I heard a train.
No, Connie, the trains are all snowed in.
No, I heard it. Come on.
Connie, you're right. Go back upstairs to your brother. Any surgeons on board?
Over there.
Where are your surgeons? I need a surgeon.
Charlie!
Barbara,
I thought you were dead.
my brother's hurt really bad. He's at the hospital, and there are no surgeons.
Let's go.
Give me your bag.
It's a long way to go. Right up that hill, it's a long way. Tipperary. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, but we'll get there this I know. Keep moving.
He's lost a lot of blood. He'll need some of yours. It doesn't always work, but it's our only choice.
Let's do it.
Nurse, run a transfusion line. Scrub up, we'll go right away.
He's here. Can you come and help me over on the other side?
Of course.
Any change?
No.
Will God take 3 of us?
I don't know, Mom.
Here's a cup of water, Mom.
Oh, thank you, darling.
She's good, eh?
Yeah.
Charlie? sorry you don't believe in magic. It must be so hard for you.
Yes, Connie.
Did you lose many? My mom and dad, I think. And my brothers and sister. And another. I'm so sorry. Believe me if all these endearing young charms which I gaze on so fondly today were to pass in an instant and fleet in my arms like fairy gifts fading away. Thou would still be adored as this moment thou art. Let thy loveliness fade as it will, and around the dear ruin each wish of my heart would entwine itself verdantly still.
Trixie! Oh. Mommy! Mommy! Oh, my God, Trixie!
Ma'am, the world has a right to know what's happened here.
And I'm sure they will, but we've got enough trouble without you underfoot.
It's a long way to go. Come on, keep up. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest one I know. All right, you buggers. I'll sort you out here.
Wait. Pied Piper, the Halifax disaster. Look, I'm with the Toronto Telegram. Let me get a picture.
All right, come on now. Gather around, make me look good, get close.
Okay, look, smile. No, not big smiles. In fact, don't smile. Just try to look noble. Yeah, good. Hey, where'd you get this little one?
I calls her Annie. Found her in an ash can.
Perfect.
Que pensez-vous? You're not captain anymore. We turn him in, split the reward.
You idiots. You think that lynch mob back there doesn't want to get a hold of you, too? Good afternoon. Where are you gentlemen coming from? Cutting lumber, south of Moncton. We are going home to Montreal. You've heard of the terrible thing in Halifax? Yes. Tragique. Thousands dead. Terrible thing. But you weren't near Halifax? No. No, I told you. Moncton. That accent is strange. My mother is from Marseille. But you live in Montreal? Yeah, all my life. Fine. Carry on. Je croyais que nous avions à voir avec l'explosion. Oh, by the way, who won the hockey game Saturday night? The hockey game? Montreal, Toronto. Who won? Montreal, of course.
Actually, it was Detroit.
Francis, I'm afraid you got to come with us. No need for the cuffs. Let's go then.
What happened to you?
All right, lads. But no great rush.
It's all right, sir. I had some tears myself. Boys.
Be gentle with him, eh?
Call it a day, Sergeant. Tell your boys to take a rest. Starting at dawn. What a waste. What a goddamn waste.
It's good. It's very good. Just a touch more salt,
What are you doing?
Mum's teaching me how to cook. She tells me what to do, and I cut the things up.
I hope I don't find any of your fingers in there.
Almost.
Any word on court?
No change. Beatrix is with him. You sound tired.
I'm okay. Mrs. Mackey? Mom, it's Mrs. Mackey.
Oh, come in, Mrs. Mackey. Oh, would you like tea?
Oh, no, ma'am. I can only stay a minute. I'm sorry to bother you at home, sir, but I've just been to see Francis. He's in jail. Francis and Captain Lemedic and the harbor commander Wyatt have all been arrested and charged with manslaughter for causing the explosion. I've come to ask if you will go and see him. He's going to need a lawyer bad to help him in court.
I'm not a criminal lawyer, Mrs. Mackey.
Well, you see, he's just not so good at helping himself out right now, and he always spoke highly of you, Patrick Collins' son. You're the only lawyer that we know.
Oh, he'll think about it, dear.
Captain Collins, I hope you will help us. Franny is no murderer.
Well?
Well, what?
You have to go and see him tonight.
I cannot defend the murder of my father.
How do you know that? Your father knew Francis Mackey, and he had a high opinion of him. The man had a reason for doing as he did, and he deserves to be heard.
He was the pilot, Mother. My father's dead. Because of, at the very least, the criminal negligence of Francis Mackey.
You're jumping to conclusions. I thought they taught you never to do that in law school. I must apply for a refund.
Hello, Mackey. I've come to listen to what you have to say.
I'm sorry about your father and the other members of your family that were injured. Your mother and your little brother. Horatio Brandon spoke very highly of you.
I thank him for his recommendations. But he too is unfortunately dead.
Oh, he was a good friend.
You've a long list of names to be sorry about, Mackey.
No one knows that better than me. 1,200. Last count. 1,000 missing. I knew what would happen. But I jumped.
Why didn't you put out the fire? Or steer her out in the open ocean again? Or at least warn the other people away, all the boats? Firemen rushing into their deaths.
I wanted to. They were all in the lifeboats, and they said they'd blow any second.
Then you ran.
I ran.
I can't help you. Guard?
I could have saved Halifax. It was time. It's my city. My family, friends, neighbors. But instead, I jumped.
Guard!
It was all in that single moment. One moment where I was unsure. 1 second where I failed. All those people. I'd give my life to have that moment back.
No, it's all right. I'll stay.
Le Medec, captain of the Mont Blanc?
Oui.
I'm Wyatt, harbor commander. We're in some trouble here.
You are in trouble. It was not my fault. First of all, you kept us waiting outside the nets all night. We were almost torpedoed. And we finally come into your harbor, and it's in chaos with ships going every way. Had you lost all control?
I was in control.
Then why did this idiot Fromm come roaring down the channel?
He did not have my permission to leave.
He was going too fast. It wasn't my channel.
I agree.
Then I'm innocent, yes?
You do know that Captain Fromm and his pilot are dead.
Yes. It is nothing to me, was an idiot.
Then we are in agreement. The collision was all his fault.
Yes. Of course.
Good.
How is he?
No change.
You should go home and get some sleep.
All right, thank you.
He's fighting the infection. We've done all we can. I'll come back after my rounds.
Dr. Paxton, can I speak with you a moment?
Sure.
I know you don't really know me, and I don't know you, but I don't really know who else to go to. And I was wondering if you could help me. I'm pregnant.
Oh, no. How long? Who's the father?
A few weeks, and he's dead. I can't tell tell my mother. I'm just scared. And you see, I wanted to stop it. And I know there are doctors that do that, and I just was wondering if you were one of the doctors that has done that.
You know it's illegal, Beatrix. Did you love him?
Yeah.
It's a big decision for you. The baby will change your life. But then maybe so will the other thing.
Yeah. You know, I believe in the new ideas. You know, in freedom for women and socialism. But to have a baby and no husband, I'm just scared. And I just want to know, if I decided to stop it, would you do it?
I don't know, Beatrix. It's the beginnings of a life.
But if I decided...
If you decide, before you go anyplace else, you come to me. All right?
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
No one can deny that the tragedy which has befallen this town is a tragedy of biblical proportions. The initial blast that killed many hundreds. The lives of many hundreds more taken when their houses fell down upon them. Hundreds more who burnt to death as the firestorms raged through the wreckage of this shattered city. Many hundreds more who froze to death in the blizzard that night. There was even a tidal wave, a great flood that washed many others out to sea. A tragedy of biblical proportions. But this explosion was not by the hand of God. This explosion was by the hands of men. And we are here today to see those men brought to justice. Commander Wyatt, when you took Harbor Command, you began a process of deregulation, did you not?
On the contrary, because of increased war movement in the harbor, I was the one who wanted tighter controls.
But you increased speed levels. You canceled the no-movement rule.
I was under orders to improve the efficiency of the harbor, but I warned my superiors. I predicted a disaster like this. Nobody listened. I knew I would be made the goat when something happened. The one to blame is Captain Frome of the Emo.
Isn't it rather convenient to make an unfair or unwarranted charge against a dead man?
Captain Frome disobeyed the rules. He weighed anchor without my official permission. The Mont Blanc should have had a clear channel.
Commander Wyatt, is it safe to say that if the no-movement rule were still in effect, whereby all shipping stops when a munition ship is in motion, that this disaster would not have happened?
Yes, of course.
But you relaxed that rule, didn't you?
I was under orders to make the harbor more efficient.
And there's another rule in effect that before any ship weighs anchor or departs the harbor, that the captain must obtain permission from the harbor commander. Is that correct?
Yes, but the pilots ignored the rule. I complained long and hard, but it had no effect.
There are rules governing the loading of the munition ship concerning the ratio of munitions to cargo. Is that correct? And that is the full responsibility of the captain.
Sir, Canadian and British regs call for a 50-50 split of safe cargo and munitions. But the Mont Blanc was French.
Did the loading of the Mont Blanc contribute to this disaster?
Yes, of course. You don't expect a ship to be coming up the harbor ready to explode. Carrying those drums of benzol on deck was madness.
Should there have been a red munitions flag flying on the Mont Blanc?
Flying a munitions flag on the open sea would be suicide. Flying it in the harbor could still make you a target. But not hoisting that flag to warn away the people when the ship was on fire, that was murder.
Well, we tried with the hoses, but they couldn't get enough water on, right? So Dad sent me to the stores for more hoses. I think he knew it was gonna blow.
Your father was a brave man. But what can you tell us about Commander Wyatt and the changes he made to harbor rules?
Well, working on the tugs all day, you get a feel for how ships move around the harbor and what was safe, eh? You see plenty near misses. We all disagree with Wyatt on the higher speed limits. Dad always said Wyatt was a horse's ass.
Objection. Hearsay.
Walter, you can't say what your father said. You can only testify for yourself.
Oh, okay then. Sorry. Wyatt's a horse's ass.
So you say the emo was forcing you over to the Dartmouth side, like this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you just turn to starboard?
And run aground on the shoals? I will not run aground for the stupidity of another captain.
A captain who is now dead, is he not? So, you suddenly decided to turn to port.
The emo was simply going too fast, and he was in my channel. I took evasive action. It was unsuccessful.
As many hundreds of souls will attest.
Objection.
Sustained. Stick to your questions, please, Mr. Birchall.
Your Honor, after the collision, when the fire started, did you even consider trying to fight it?
Well, of course. It was my first thought. But the heat was so intense, and the smoke was so thick. When I saw that the fire had reached the hold, I knew the ship would blow up at any second. I knew my first duty was to save my crew. I had no thought for myself. I ordered the crew to abandon ship. I would stay with the hoses to fight the fire.
You decided to stay on the ship and fight the fire alone? But you didn't do that, did you?
The problem was that my crew would not leave without me. They pulled me to the lifeboat. They said I could do no good.
So in order to save your faithful crew, you had to abandon the ship without fighting the fire. Is that true?
I had no choice.
But there were other options, were there not, Captain? Couldn't you have scuttled the ship? Or at least anchor the thing down to prevent her drifting into downtown Halifax? Couldn't you at least have raised the red munitions flag to warn other people away?
My first duty was to save my crew.
And yourself.
Don't you understand? It was going to blow up at any second.
But it did not blow up, did it, Captain? TNT has an extremely high detonation temperature, 1,000 degrees. You did not know your cargo, did you? How long did you have? 20 minutes? 10 minutes? No, Captain Lemedec. You had a full 35 minutes to save Halifax. And all you did was save yourself.
Your Honor, I apologize for the interruption, but may I approach the bench?
I object, Your Honor.
All counsel, approach the bench. These letters are from the Prime Minister's office. There will be a 10-minute recess.
All rise.
Court is again in session. Acting on an official request, it is my duty to hereby stay the charges against Commander Wyatt.
What? By whose request?
And furthermore, the Canadian government have agreed to release Captain Lemedec into the custody of the French government for trial in France. We are assured that he will be prosecuted to the full letter of French law.
This is outrageous, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Court is adjourned and will resume this afternoon at 2 p.m. with the remaining defendant, Pilot Francis Mackey.
can't come in here.
I want to talk to the judge.
We're adjourned. Go on.
I got something to say.
You move on, or there's going to be trouble. Go on.
So, Captain Limedeck was in command. You gave the recommendations. He would then order the helmsman. Is that correct?
Yes.
What was your last recommendation before the collision?
As the ships were coming together, I told him to go well to starboard. But he didn't respond.
He didn't respond?
He seemed dazed.
What did you do then?
I helped the helmsman turn to starboard.
But there were shoals to starboard, weren't there?
Yes, but even if we were on the ground, it's a sandbar. It's not rock, so it's better than a collision.
And at this point, both ships would have missed, is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Then what happened?
The captain suddenly grabbed the helm and he turned it back to port. And by then it was too late. The Emo was reversing engines, and that brought her nose out toward Halifax, and we hit.
Captain Limedeck has testified that he wanted to stay and fight the fire, but that his crewmen wouldn't leave without him. Is that what you recall?
I don't remember that.
But you wanted to stay and put out the fire, and Captain Limedeck did not. Is that correct?
He didn't say anything one way or the other.
But you asked him for help. You wanted to sink or steer the ship out of the harbor well into the open ocean, or at least put up the red munitions flag. Is that right?
Mr. Collins, you're leading the witness. If Mr. Birchall won't object, I certainly will.
Pilot Mackey, there were other ways of preventing this tragedy, weren't there?
Yes, but I didn't act on him, did I?
You didn't act. You couldn't act. Because Captain Limedeck refused to help you. Correct?
Yes.
Mr. Mackey, are you a man who frequently gets drunk?
I may have been. Long time ago, not anymore.
Were you drunk or sober that morning?
Sober. I was sober.
This is a letter from Captain Limedeck, in which he claims that Mackey drank a bottle of his cognac the night before, and possibly some more that morning.
Objection.
I had a drink that night, it's true.
Where is Captain Limedeck? If he wants to submit evidence, let him do so in person. I cannot cross-examine a letter.
Sustained. The letter will not be admitted in evidence. Members of the jury, you will disregard Mr. Birchall's last statement.
You hear that? The bells, Mr. Mackey? Huh? They're to mark the funerals. Another 100 people are going to be buried today.
Yes, I know. And 1,000 more to come.
So many dead.
Objection.
I know.
Because you left the ship, did you not? With all the things you could have done to stop this horrible tragedy, you abandoned the ship and all hope for the lives of almost 2,000 people.
Yes. Yes, I did. I left the ship. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've finished, Your Honor.
Then court is adjourned until tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Were there any other witnesses besides the crew? Anybody in the boats that you remember that might have survived? Anyone?
Mac is the only honest man out of the bunch, and he's hanging himself. Got to find something that shows he tried to stop the explosion, and that no one would help him.
Are the crew all gone?
Yeah. Release him with Limedeck. They're hostile to us anyway, so... What we need is an unbiased survivor. That's what we need.
He may not exist. You should go home and get some rest. I'll stay here with court. Go on.
Thanks. Morning.
Morning yourself.
What, you cutting up your boat? 50-cent souvenirs of the Great Explosion. Pieces of the miracle dory who was blowed 1/4 of a mile with a man aboard. You were aboard?
Another?
Really? That's amazing.
I know. Figure I could make 10 times what she's worth. You know, fella from the Telegram newspaper bought 10 pieces. Of course, he's from Toronto, eh?
Where were you when the ship exploded?
Well, I was just rowing in from her. None too soon. I just nipped in behind a big freighter before she let go. Truth be told, I really didn't hear an explosion. It kind of got quiet. It was like I had wings. Me and the boat and all, we just thought I was on my way to heaven. Yeah, well, it weren't heaven, it's just the top of Needham Hill.
You said you were by the ship. The burning ship, right?
Well, I'm close, and I see the one's on fire, so I rose over to see if I can be any help. Yeah, they were all too busy running away to even look at me, except for the one.
The one? Who was the one, Cobb?
Eh?
I said, who was the one? Mr. Cobb, you are the only survivor who's a close eyewitness to the events preceding the explosion and who's not a member of the Mont Blanc crew. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, did you see any crewmen make any attempts to warn away the other ships?
No, sir, they was all too busy trying to get off the ship, except for the one, the pilot. The pilot, Mackey. He was yelling and waving me away.
Did you hear any conversation between Captain Limedeck and pilot Francis Mackey?
Oh, yes, sir, they was yelling. See, the pilot, he wanted to fight the fire, but the captain wouldn't order his men. Then he wanted to turn around, get it out of the harbor, but the captain wouldn't start the engine. Then he wanted to sink her. The captain wouldn't help him find the seacocks.
And did you hear any discussion about the red munitions flag?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pilot, he wanted to find it and put it up, but the captain said it was too late.
And what about the captain? Did he make any attempts to warn anyone away?
No, sir. He was in a lifeboat.
Mr. Cobb, did you see who the last man was off that ship?
Yes, sir, I did. It was the pilot, Mackey.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb. No further questions, Your Honor. You're being asked to decide whether pilot Francis Mackey should be punished for his actions on the morning of December 6th. He comes before you alone, not because of guilt, but because of interventions of powers outside this courtroom. Those truly guilty have been set free. Now I can do nothing about that. But I can tell you that Pilot Francis Mackey is a good man who's just trying to do his job in the face of betrayal by deregulation and cowardice. A good man who became a pawn in this war. Just like all of us. We're all pawns when we allow a government without question to wage war for vengeance or glory or political or economic gain. And we must question their motives. We must stop them. For the cost is too great. Members of the jury, consider the moment of truth on the deck of that burning ship. Pilot Francis Mackey wanted to put out that fire. Or he wanted to take the ship out of the harbor or sink her or at least anchor her away from shore. He also wanted to put up the red munitions flag, but he couldn't do it, not alone. And he was very much so alone on the deck of that blazing time bomb. And in that moment, when the cowards were about to abandon him, he had to make a choice between life and certain death. Now I want each and every one of you to put yourselves on that blazing deck in that moment of choice and ask, what would you have done? Dad. I hope I can be as good a father to my children as you were to me.
We're lucky, sir, that the temperatures have remained low. But we'll have to bury them soon.
So many unclaimed.
Whole families are gone. No one left to claim them.
Hello, Captain. Is this a relative?
It's my father, sir.
My condolences. At least he has you to bury him. We have 200 unclaimed bodies, many of them children. We want to choose one unknown child to represent the others and give him or her a state funeral. Give the citizens of Halifax a chance to grieve together.
Follow me.
Have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendant
Not guilty! Francis Mackey found not guilty of manslaughter. Extra, extra, read all about it. Francis Mackey's a free man.
Mama. It's time for school again. Hi, Mama. Lord, please.
These two unknown children stand as a symbol for all the unclaimed dead from this tragedy, from which so many have suffered. They've been released from pain and suffering and have found peace. This casket before us is also a symbol for the death of the carefree, youthful spirit of our great city of Halifax, for this terrible event has rendered the city much older, perhaps wiser. May she never see a sad day like December 6th again.
Singing on every tree, all nature seemed inclined for rest, but still there was no rest for me.
Is that good?
Hey, you're supposed to wait till everything's done.
Close enough. Now, everything's right in the world.
Should we give Barbara the Queen Anne? It's sad they have no royalty. Mom, What is it, dear?
I'm going to have a baby.
Oh. Mr. Cleese.
They've come. Mrs. Collins, just off the ship this morning.
What, Mr. Cleese?
Your Victoria and Albert Shakers.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just think we have to go on, don't we?
Yes, Mr. Cleese, that we do.
Thank you.
Well, I suppose at a time like this, a life's a life, isn't it, dear?
Hand of a diamond cutter? Or brain surgeon?
Or a captain who can command. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in Halifax? Or are you going to go back to Beantown?
You never know. I might show up over there. They'll finish off this war. You just never can tell with the U.S. cavalry.
Come on, everyone, it's time for the picture. Let's go.
Oh, not that old camera again.
Come on, Court. Gotta take a picture, show that we survived. Come on. You all right?
Come on in nice and close. Okay, get ready. Smile.
Wait.
Keep smiling.
It's taking so long. I still think the tree's too small.
Connie, turn around.
It'll have to do for this year.
But I want a bigger one.
Connie!
You were so cute. Great-grandma and grandpa were so serious.
I'm so happy to be here. At my age, I'm happy to be anywhere. This Christmas tree is the annual gift from the people of Halifax to the people of Boston for their generosity during the disasters of December 6, 1917. Thank you. Halifax will never forget, and neither will I.
Now that's more like it.